Today I am going to make a YouTube play button. So I'm going to use this piece of pallet wood and this piece of mahogany. So I started off with a piece of pallet wood by laying out the triangle that will make up the play sign, and there it is there. And then I could mount this in the vise and use my 10-inch saw to cut out most of the shape. But I did have to move on to my panel saw at some point just to finish off the contours of the shape. I could have cut this out using the jigsaw or the miter saw, but I was just in the mood for using some hand tools really. And this really didn't take very long at all, and I managed to get a very accurate cut. Then I sanded it with 2 grits of sandpaper, some 80 grit sandpaper, and then some 100 grit sandpaper. And this really doesn't have to be very smooth. Then I marked out around the triangle the rest of the sign, and I traced the triangle onto the wood. Then I used a table saw to cut it out. You could have easily have just used any other saw, but I just used a table saw as this is a hardwood and it's quite difficult to cut, and also it's quite thick. Then I just made sure all my measurements were alright, and then I could start working out how I was going to cut out the shape. So I drilled out some holes in the corners, and then after I've done that I can put my coping saw blade through it and just cut it out. Then I could file the shape, and I'm just using this file that I made the handle for the other week, and it works really well. And then I attached the camera to a file. I don't know why. Now I've actually just managed to assemble those two right now, and I feel a bit silly because I didn't video it, so you guys can't see it. But anyway, there it is there. I'm pretty impressed with it. There are just a couple of problems with it, so I just need to bang it down a little bit more. It's definitely very flush, but that piece of palette isn't quite flush with the mahogany yet. Also, as I'm sure you can see, there are a couple of gaps. Now, I thought I would probably be able to fill those. I could just make some wood filler using some sawdust and some glue, and that would work if the two pieces of wood were the same colour. Unfortunately though, they're not, are they? Because otherwise we wouldn't have the contrast. So I think if I either got mahogany sawdust or just this wood sawdust, it would look really out of place with the other wood. So really I think it's probably just best not to risk it and just leave it as it is. So I'm going to give it a quick sand. I will rub off all of the pencil marks, and also I was thinking about applying some finish. I think it actually looks pretty good as it is. So anyway, I'll just go and give that a quick sand, and then we can put the finishing touches onto it. Just to give you some background info on this, when a channel on YouTube reaches 100,000 subscribers, YouTube will send them a plaque with their logo on it, and these normally look like this. So obviously I am leaps and bounds, and a couple more leaps and bounds away from 100,000 subscribers, so this was obviously just to celebrate 100 subscribers. I will display this proudly. And I'd also just like to say thank you to everyone who has subscribed and everyone who has been supporting the channel over these last couple of months. I've really enjoyed making these videos, so just thank you to all of my 100 subscribers. Okay, if you did like this video as ever, please subscribe. You never know, you might be my 101st subscriber. So just hit that subscribe button and like, and leave me a wee comment if you have any questions. Okay, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on my next video.